Hi, Brian McAvoy here with Inside Out Trading. And today I want to talk to you about this is a fun topic. I love this because for years there's been tons of articles out talking about the big three of trading, the big three things you need to be a successful trader. And it's cool. What these articles say, these other traders, these things have merit, and we're going to dive into it here in a second. But I want you to understand these have merit. These are not the secrets. These are not the keys to successful trading. They are important. I'm not dismissing them. But if this is all you focus on are these three, you're missing the biggest one. Seriously, you're missing the main thing that is going to make trading work for you and make it easy and enjoyable and fun and profitable like the way you want it to be. If all you focus on is these other three, you're on the long, hard road that most traders are on. And I'm talking long road. Most traders are on the 5 to 20 year road before they get to where they're consistently, comfortably profitable. Takes a long ass time when you're learning by beating your head on a rock and just taking lumps in your daily trading. That's the hard way. Okay, so what's this mean? What are the three to start with? Well, of course, the first one, strategy, the magic thing. If you've got the right strategy, there's so many people out there pimping their strategies. It's like, look at this chart. We got in here and we got out here, and look at all this money we made. You can do it too. Just use our strategy and you'll get those consistent profits. The magic phrase, right? Consistent profits. And then you buy the strategy and you try trading it, and it's, oh, this shit doesn't work. Yeah, okay, great. And there's another 5, 10 grand out the door. So you do need a strategy. You can't just come in here flying by the seat of your pants, flipping a coin, playing bingo or anything. No, you do need a strategy. You have to have some plan if you want to have some intention in how you're going to make money. And intuition works for some people, not very many, because it does take a little training. Even your intuition takes a little training. I've never known anybody that could walk into the markets, walk in as a trader, not knowing anything about trading, and because they have great intuition, they're just instantly making money. Never met anybody like that. Even your intuition needs training. And if you don't want to rely on intuition, you'd rather rely on your intellect and skill, you definitely need training. So anyway, so it's like strategies, like the big thing. You have a strategy. Got to have a strategy. Yes, you do need a strategy, but that's not the end all be all. That's not the holy grail. And here's the thing, there's so many traders. Here's a common path. When we first start trading, one of the first things we learn about trading in general, then, okay, we get signed up with a fund, we get a platform, and we learn the platform. We learn the ability to place trades. And then now we're starting to learn some strategies. We're learning about different strategies and figuring out which one we want to use and what we want to trade and some of the details of how we're going to operate our trading business. And over the first year, we're taking in a lot of information, learning all kinds of stuff that we didn't know before. And we pick up a lot of stuff. And it doesn't take long. We're hitting some struggles, some difficulty. And now we step into the second big nugget or pillar, or whatever you want to call it, that everybody harps on, and it's psychology. And it is an important matter. I'm not saying that it doesn't matter. But the way most people approach psychology, I think, is not serving you well. It's not. If you're sitting there thinking that there's something wrong with you, that you have some subconscious issue, something happened in your childhood, or you have some relationship with money issues, or you've got some self-image, you're not worthy kind of stuff, I would disagree with you. And here's why. The vast majority of people that get into trading, and probably including you, especially if you're a retail stock trader and you've managed to amass 25 or 50 or 100 or $200,000 to trade with, you're probably okay with money. You're probably a reasonably disciplined person. You probably have a decent work ethic. You're probably okay with success because you've achieved a good measure of success in your life. So just the fact that you're here and able to trade the way you are is proof. It's a proof, a demonstration that you have the personal characteristics that it takes to be successful as a trader. You've already demonstrated it. Maybe you've achieved a level of success in your profession. Most people who come to me for help, most traders are professionals. They're software engineers, mechanical engineers, doctors, lawyers, project managers, business owners. This is not an average group. This is an above average group, and you're part of that. And like I said, you're already bringing the personal assets. You've already achieved success and demonstrated that you have all the characteristics personally that it takes. And to think that there's something subconsciously wrong with you, that's you're just struggling in trading because there's something wrong with you. It's no, that's not it. You as a person, you're okay. There's something else that needs to be fixed. A lot of people, like I said, focus on strategy, and then they focus on this, get a good strategy and focus on your psychology, and you're golden. And of course, the third thing, the third pillar that most everybody throws in there, and it is, again, important, is risk management, money management. a key part of it. You do have to be minding your risk and have a plan for that as well, not just how you're going to get in and out of trades, but how you're going to manage your risk. So those are the three that most everybody focuses on, and it makes sense. And they are important. They do have their merit. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying they don't count. So we got strategy, psychology, and risk management, risk and money management. Those are important matters, but those are not what's going to make you into the trader that's going to be consistently profiting comfortably and knowingly month in and month out. What's going to make that difference is when you focus on building skill and you focus on yourself and becoming a very skilled trader. This is not an entry-level job. This is not one just because there's no barrier to entry. You don't have to have a degree. You don't have to have a license or certification to become a trader. You got money, you can trade. Anybody. Doesn't matter. And again, no qualification. You don't have to have a high school diploma, college degree, none of that. You don't need any of it. If you got money, you can trade. And that's the problem. Because there is no qualifications necessary, everybody subconsciously, it's, oh, this is an entry-level job. I can just walk right in here. And it's not the case. This is a profession. And the fourth pillar that you need to focus on is skill. Just because you are able to do the thing doesn't make you good at it. And if you're trading in the global markets, the stock market, currencies, crypto, commodities, if you're trading in the global markets, this is the big leagues. This is like the major leagues in baseball. And I guarantee you, just because you can swing a bat and you can catch a ball doesn't mean you're ready for the big leagues. Just because you can place trades doesn't mean you're ready for this. You have to achieve a certain level of skill, and you better focus on getting good at this. Don't just focus on finding a good strategy. Focus on getting good as a trader. That's when things change. And so many traders, they learn the 80%. They learn about the platform, learn about the markets, learn a lot about different strategies, learn about psychology, learn about all this kind of stuff, all these indicators, and they learn all this stuff. And then they hit a point where they're not learning anymore. And they just flatline at the 80% mark, and they're missing the 20% that makes all the difference. And the 20% is when you focus on getting good at this, acquiring all of the skills to go with this. And yes, there are a lot of skills that go beyond just being able to grab a strategy and execute trades. Looking at a chart and following a strategy. That's being able to trade. That's not being good at this. And a lot of times, I had a hard time admitting to myself at first when I was going through struggling. So I felt like I knew everything I needed to know. So, yeah, I know everything I need to know. I got a good strategy. I just can't seem to stick to it. I know what I need to do. I know what I'm supposed to do. I just can't seem to do it. And I thought I knew everything at that point. I thought I knew everything I needed to know. And the key thing that I wasn't paying attention to is I wasn't good enough. I still sucked as a trader. I wasn't very average. And this isn't the place where average is going to make it. You're up against institutional traders, international banks, professional traders every day. This is a highly competitive environment. It doesn't look like it, doesn't feel like it, but it is. Again, this is the big leagues. And if you're not bringing an A game, not just an attitude, but you're bringing the skills, it's going to be rough. It's going to be stressful. You're probably not going to do very well. And there's no way that it won't be an emotional experience. So long as you're trying to do a job that is beyond your skill set, it's going to be rough. And that can last for years. Years. I have so many people come to me, been trading for 5 years, 8 years, 12 years, 20 years. Smart people, good people, hardworking people, intelligent people. But they just never focused on this aspect of it, or they didn't find me and the help. And they were focusing on the strategy, they were focusing on psychology. And they weren't focusing on their skill and getting good at this game and getting good at what they're doing. And when you do, it makes all the difference in the world. And I know I'm sounding passionate about this because this matters. This is the important thing. And when you attend to this, the cool thing about it is this is when you actually graduate into, hey, the promised land, where now, yes, you are the solid trader that you need to be to make money confidently, month in and month out. This is how you get there, by focusing on the skills. If all you do is you think, I'll just keep trading, I'll just keep trading, I'll just keep trading, and somehow magically somewhere along the way, things are going to change. Yes, they will. And it's going to take years. If all you're going to do is keep beating your head on the rock, it's going to take years. Seriously, if your chosen mode of learning is to just keep getting slapped around by the markets and handing your money back, it's going to take a long time for it to get beaten into you. You may get there. You may survive long enough to get there, but that's really an insanely expensive and very hard and unpleasant way. I got a much better path for you. If you'd like to talk about it, I call it profit assurance because it's what I bring from the quality world that let me turn my trading around. And I was able to get there pretty darn fast. And everybody that I work with, same thing. You've got what it takes. You just need somebody to show you how to get good at this so that it gets easy and you know what you're doing and you really have a good solid handle on it. And that confidence is there because, yeah, now you've got a handle on it. You know you do. So swing by insideouttrading.com, share this video with your friends, give me a subscribe down below. And seriously, swing by insideouttrading.com, book a call with me if you want to. Otherwise, I got free resources for you there. But don't just sit there. If your trading's not fun, if it's not profitable, don't just sit there and think, oh, I'll just keep trading and somewhere, somehow, something it'll turn around magically on its own. That ain't going to happen. Don't do that. Take some action, do something today, right now, and make a difference for yourself. So I hope this has been helpful. If it has, cool. Talk to you soon. Cheers.